Hi, I'm Andy Paredes with Line 6 here at Sweetwater Sound, and in this video clip we're going to be talking about how you can control a traditional amp using your Line 6 Helix LT. A lot of times people think that you have to live in one world or the other, either in the totally analog world or the totally digital world. But what's great about Helix products is you're actually able to kind of live in both worlds simultaneously. Let me give you an example of how that could look. So taking a look at the back of the Helix LT, you're going to see a lot of great I/O options here. So if you want to combine your digital stuff with your traditional analog stuff, you've got plenty of options here. Starting off, you'll notice we've got this expression pedal 2 option. This allows me to have an external expression pedal as well as the onboard expression pedal for controlling any parameter I'd like. You'll also notice that that expression pedal 2 option can actually be used for an external amplifier as well. So if you have an external amp that you want to change channels on, you can definitely do that, just connecting to that same connection there. You'll notice your guitar in, pretty self-explanatory. Right next to that we have our effects sends and returns. We do have 2 effect send and return options, which means we can run 2 completely different effects externally, or we can run them in stereo. If you need more than 2, I definitely recommend you check out the Helix Floor rather than the Helix LT. This also is going to give you the option for the 4-cable method that sometimes people like to use, so that way you're getting your gain effects in front of the amp and you're getting your modulation and time-based effects after the amp modeling as well. Taking a look at the Xlr outputs here, obviously this would go right to front of house in most applications. However, to me, with having these 1/4 inch here, this kind of creates some cool options and scenarios for you as a guitar player. For example, a lot of times people want to have amp modeling on their sound with their effects going right out to front of house. You don't have to have a mic on stage, so you can do that. But then what you would also do is you could have a separate send coming out of one of these 1/4 inch outs to whatever amps you have on stage, and you can just turn off the amp modeling for just those outs. So it kind of gives you the best of both worlds there. You've got the phone jack, which obviously for headphones. Over here we've got the Variax. If you're going to be using a Variax, not only can it power your Variax, but it can actually tell your Variax what to do, which is pretty cool. If you're doing any sort of digital recording, you've got the AES Ebu Output here. You'll notice there is no SPDIF on the Helix LT, but you can get a very cheap converter and you can run that if your device that you're recording into needs SPDIF. You'll notice we've got the Midi Jacks here. To me, this is a really powerful option because you can either use Helix LT as a MIDI controller for other devices, or if you have a keyboard player on stage or maybe a drummer that's running a recording program for like background sounds and loops, you can actually have them control your Helix, or you can control other things from this Helix. And then we also have the USB option if you're going to be running directly into a laptop for MIDI program changes or MIDI CCs and so on. So lots of cool options for both an analog or a digital application in a live performance setting. So that wraps up our quick video on how you can use a Helix to work both within the analog and digital domains. Be sure to check out Sweetwater's YouTube page for more videos on the Helix family, and if you have any questions, please contact your Sweetwater sales engineer. Thanks for watching.